It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Titans and the Packers, next on EA Sports.
We're at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Lambeau. Rodgers on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They go back to the ground with Jones. Shoves him aside. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Dillon. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development. But he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 8. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Shedding through the defense. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third and 2, Tannehill. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You didn't want that. You didn't want that. You didn't want that.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Henry again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you, to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Titan football. The time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. A run there on 1st down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 41, Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tannehill. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's complete to Lazard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender. Made him
what do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. A give to Jones. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Tannehill on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Titans in that first half. And they didn't get a whole lot done in the rushing department in those first 2 quarters. They probably feel pretty lucky to be tied here at halftime. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they too didn't do a whole lot in terms of rushing efficiency in that first half, as you can tell by the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Again, it's Dillon.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On first down, Jones. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Hey, that's good. 51 to Mike, boy, 51.
They'll go again to Jones. Oh, he bowls over him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Danico Autry just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and worked their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 2 touchdowns, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. On first down, Tannehill. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw pulled in by Woods. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. Throwing, Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Tannehill to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always had the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones, and he stopped immediately there. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Jones. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Tannehill to Henry.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Tannehill.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Tannehill.
1st down and much more for Henry. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Now Tannehill. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again, Tannehill. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Tannehill. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.